In this tutorial, you will learn how to add users to your AutoEntry account, such as colleagues, clients, an external bookkeeper or accountant, and also learn how to manage these users by providing them access to the required companies and their user permissions. The great news is that you can add an unlimited number of users to your account without any additional charges. There are two ways that we are able to do this in AutoEntry, by either clicking on All People to the top right or by accessing any particular company and clicking on the People tab. Please note that both ways bring you to the same window for adding and managing users. We can then click on the Add People option, where we are required to enter the user's preferred email, choose our account, confirm the relationship to the account to be either employee, external accountant, internal accountant, or client, and finally select the access to a single company or all companies. Please note that selecting all companies will add the user to all the companies in your account and will continue adding them to any new companies added to your account too. For the purpose of this example, we will be creating an employee user with access to one company only. Once we have entered and confirmed all the required information, we can then click on Send Invitation. This will send out an email to the invitee, which will prompt them to verify the email address and then lead them to the sign-in page where they will create the username and password, and then they are in. On our side, after having clicked on Send Invitation, we will be redirected to the User Access Control page, where we can now set the permissions of the user we have invited. Here, we can confirm the user we are setting the permissions for and the company or account we are setting the permissions for. Note, it is best to leave the permissions blank at account level to enable editing and tailoring user permissions on specific company level. The account or company management option allows us to define the user as to whether they will have access to company settings. This gives the user the ability to view or edit the company settings for any particular company or client at account or company level. Manage people. This gives the user the ability to add and edit users to the account or company. Add companies. This gives the user the ability to add additional companies to the account. The expenses section allows us to provide the necessary access to the user if he or she will be dealing with expenses. Please refer to the article Adding Users to Expenses to learn more about the expenses permissions. In this case, our user will not be dealing with expenses, but rather with purchases, sales, and bank statements. For these sections, we are able to select the option View or Edit and Upload. The View or Edit option allows the user to have full access to the purchases, sales, bank statements folders where he or she can view all items uploaded and processed, edit any details of the data, and publish to the account. The Upload option allows or restricts the ability for a user to upload documents to AutoEntry. Note, a user cannot be only assigned to the Upload Only option at this moment. AutoEntry allows us to save the current selections as a template and apply this to new or existing users. More information on templates is available on the article User Permission Templates. The Copy function enables us to provide the same level of permission that we have set for one user to multiple users across companies. After setting the permissions for one user and one company, we will click on Copy Permissions. We can then select the users we wish to give those permissions to and select the companies we wish to give them access to. This will edit the permissions of all those users selected across all the companies selected to the same level of permission. Lastly, under the Settings tab to the top, we can also set the approvers. Where necessary, this user can submit expense reports to, create mileage rates that they can use, and even default tracking categories per user where applicable. Once all those changes or permissions have been set, we can click on the All People option on top right, which will bring us to the list of users showing the current user and those who have yet to accept their invitation. We can resend the invitation at any time, and we can also edit the user by clicking on the edit icon. Congratulations! You now know how to add users and manage user permissions in AutoEntry.